Hello and welcome to a new episode of Speed Reviews. So this is a video I do here on my channel every, 6 weeks or so after I have tested a batch of products and that I have my final thoughts on. I have had plenty of opportunity to use these products, to really test them in different ways, different application, different techniques, etc. And now I can tell you my final review on them. Now, of course, this is all just reviewed based on my own preference, a lot of the stuff. There's not many products coming out on the market now that are bad, that are just like bad quality. But what I like to do is I like to describe why or why not something worked or didn't work for me. And that may help you make a decision for yourself, because maybe we don't have the same preferences. Maybe something I don't like, you really love, and vice versa. So that's what we're getting into today. Hello and welcome if you are new here. My name is Rachel, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I'm gonna link everything I can down below in the description box. Everything that is on my face will either be in the description box or in a pinned comment, depending on how much room I have. I am wearing a few of the products I'm gonna be talking about today. The eye look I did not film, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that, but I did combine two of the Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar: The Last Airbender palettes, the Earth and the Water palettes. Very gorgeous, gorgeous. And by the way, I am not gonna be talking about eyeshadow palettes in this video. I do a separate eyeshadow palette ranking, and that should be coming up, I think, in the next couple of weeks, probably the end of the month. I will have a batch of palettes to talk about. So the way that I structure these videos is I break it down into 4 major categories, just so you can have a bigger picture. So the first category, the top category, is yes, yes, yes. And these are products that I really, really enjoy, things that I really love, that I really recommend, that I think are just like really good quality products, as well as they fit my preferences. The next category is good, but not great. And these are things that are good, but not great. You know what I mean? Obviously. There may be 1 or 2 things about them that maybe don't fit my preference, or things that maybe I would change about them, but overall they're good products and I still would recommend them depending on your preferences. The next category is meh. And these are products that, like, they're fine. I mean, I don't hate them, I don't love them. I probably won't repurchase them once I've used it up. And again, maybe it would fit someone else's preference. They just don't really fit mine, but they're not bad products. And then the last category is, it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
It's definitely a no from me, dog. The voice is just not.
And this is a category where it's just like, I don't recommend these products. I don't really see the point in them. I'm confused. I probably won't even use them up completely. I'm probably gonna declutter them from my collection. As I'm going through these products, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts on them. Whether you agree with me or not, it's totally fine, because we do all have different preferences and what we look for in makeup. So totally, totally fine. If you wanna leave your thoughts in the comments, I would love to know, and leave your thoughts for other people to read as well. You don't need just my opinion. You can get a few different people's opinions to make your own decisions. I will say some of these products I did receive in PR. Anytime I have them listed in the description box, I always add a little asterisk next to a product that I did receive in PR. When I put up a swatch or a close-up or something, I will put the letters PR up in the corner. And a lot of the links in my description box are affiliated, which means if you shop through that link, I may receive a small commission if you do make a purchase through that link. So thank you so much in advance if you do. Before we get started with like all the categories, I will say I do want to review a product, but I'm not necessarily going to place it in any categories because I am biased. I'm going to be honest with you. The Singe Beauty blushes, these are the evocative silk blushes from Singe Beauty, and that brand is owned by one of my friends, Angelica Nyqvist. Of course, I will link her channel down below if you want to check her out. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and say, like, I am biased. She is one of my good friends, and anything that she comes out with, I'm just so proud of her, really. But I do want to kind of give you a review on these and describe the formula to you so that you can, like, maybe get some kind of idea if you're interested in these. So she did come out with 4 shades, and I love the shades that she came out with. I think they're so beautiful. We've got 2 more like light to mid-tone shades and 2 more deep shades. So I really feel like these are gonna accommodate a variety of skin tones, and they are silk blushes. That is what they're marketed as, and I can totally see why. They are very, very silky to the touch. They're very blendable. They are a sheeny, glowy blush, but they're not sparkly or chunky. They just have a really pretty shine to the cheeks. You can really use this as like a highlighter and blush kind of combo because you get that sheen on your cheeks. Very stunning. This one is my favorite, Persistent Persimmon, because it is a true like yellowy orange, a very unique shade that I don't feel like many brands do. But I also love all of these. This pink one I also really love because it is more of a warm pink. It is Riveting Rhubarb. So I would say these two are my favorite shades. And then the other two are Timid Tomato and Risky Raisin. So this is Risky Raisin, this is Timid Tomato. Really stunning. I love a red blush. These deeper ones definitely are more pigmented. So like I said, if you have a medium, dark, deep skin tone, I do feel like you're gonna be able to use these because they do have quite a good pigment level to them. Not overly pigmented where they're hard to work with, but yeah, it's not like super buildable where you have to sit there and really build. So if you are looking for a unique, warm leaning blush with a sheen, these are stunning. They're absolutely stunning. Love the packaging, love the font, like very 70s, which is very Angie. So I did receive these in PR, and yeah, I really like them a lot. So now we're gonna start off with the yes category, and these are my top favorite products, and this one in the good category are the two categories that have the most products in them. I call this a speed reviews video, but like I haven't even gotten to the products yet and I've already been recording for 8 minutes. So I'm gonna do my best to keep this moving, okay? And like give you my thoughts, but like not sit here and talk forever. We're gonna start off with the foundation that I'm wearing on my skin today, and this is the Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. So I will start off by saying that I am a normal, leaning oily, depending on the situation, but I would say I'm a normal skin type, but I'm very, very acne prone. I have a lot of clogged pores. I break out very easily. I don't feel like this foundation breaks me out. And I really enjoy this a lot. I've been reaching for it a lot. I have the shade 3, and I will say it's good. I would have liked maybe something a little darker, but the next shade up looked too dark. So the shade range I feel needs improvement. I hope that they eventually add shades because the shade works for me, but I would prefer something slightly deeper. I just like to have a little bit deeper of a foundation on my face to match my body, but it works. This is marketed as a hydrating tint. I would say that it's not overly hydrating. I feel like it's more like satin, but I will say if I wear this for a long period of time throughout the day, it does end up getting oily on me. That is most foundations. So like I just end up oily, especially if I am leaving my house, if I'm outside. I live in Florida, it's very humid. Or if I wear this to work, I do teach dance. So if I wear this like throughout my day and I'm dancing, like it gets oily on me, which is expected. I really like this. I think it is very lightweight. It is a light coverage. I wouldn't say sheer. I don't know how buildable it is. I've tried to build it up a little bit. Like I have a scab on my forehead. It didn't cover the scab, but I do have like redness and acne, and I do feel like it did a good job of just kind of blurring it. I think that if you like the Fenty skin tint, but you want something slightly more hydrating, this one, the Fenty one, this is a good option. Like I said, I don't think it's really high. I don't know if I would call it hydrating. I would call it more skin-like, but it does end up getting oily throughout the day. I really like this for just like an everyday, even out the skin tone. I like it a lot. I think it's really, really good. I did receive this one in PR, and I do have a code Sigma. I'm popping up codes on the screen, I hope. I guess I'm gonna keep going with the complexion train. This is a product that really surprised me. I really enjoy this. I've been reaching for it a lot, and this is the What's Up Beauty Positivity Lightweight Hydrating Face Primer. I did receive this one in PR as well, and it's just a really good hydrating primer. They are claiming that it has a slightly tacky feel to it, and I would agree to an extent. It's a very, 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 very slightly tacky. It's not like a gripping primer like the Milk Hydro Grip or the e.l.f. one. This has a little bit of stick to it, but I just really like this for days when I am putting my makeup on like several hours after I've already done my skincare, and I need a little pick-me-up, a little hydration to my skin before going in with my foundations, and I've been really reaching for this one a lot. It is unscented, which I really love, and I really enjoyed this because I went recently to Nashville for a vacation, And I do feel when I come out of a humid climate into a less humid climate, because I guess Nashville probably is considered humid, but it's nothing compared to Florida. My skin felt drier than usual. And I'm so glad that I brought this because it saved me. Like if I didn't bring something that is hydrating like this to put under my foundation, I would have had a real problem with my foundation looking dry on my skin, and I'm just not used to that. So this provided a beautiful hydrating base for me. So I did receive this one in PR. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, it's a phenomenal hydrating primer. Definitely would suggest it. Let's get to some cheek products. So the next thing I want to talk about are the Sigma and the Little Mermaid cheek products that came out. First of all, packaging, 20 out of 10. They are little seashells that have like an iridescence to them. So stunning. So I have both the blush and the highlighter. So this blush, this is honestly probably one of my favorite blush formulas I've ever tried. It's just perfect for my preference. It is a matte blush. There's no sheen to it, which I like a glowy blush every once in a while, no doubt about it, especially lately when I've been more normal, not leaning as oily. But I will always prefer a matte blush. That's just where my heart is. But this is the perfect pigment level. I love when a blush is easy to control, that I can build it up to get the pigment level that I want, but I don't have to work very, very hard to get there. It's just perfect. It blends so beautifully. I look back at some of my videos and I'm going, oh my gosh, what blush am I wearing in that video? It looks so stunning, and it's been this blush quite a few times. I'm not really a pink blush lover. Like I'm always gonna prefer more of like a warm orange coral, but something about this pink blush, I just love how it looks. I love the embossing on the pan. It's a great blush, honestly, great blush. And then also the highlighter, this is in the shade Seashell. This and the next highlighter I'm gonna talk about is kind of my perfect formula where it's not just a champagne highlight, which I love too. There is a colorfulness about it, but it's not chunky, it's not sparkly. There is a sheen that you can see on the cheeks that has a slight pinkish tint to it, and it just looks smooth, but it's still colorful. That is something that I absolutely love. Easy to work with, but it just gives a very unique and beautiful pinky kind of iridescence to the cheeks while still looking smooth. Highly recommend these. The next highlighter that I'm gonna talk about, which to me is exactly like what I just described with the Little Mermaid one, is the Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar: The Last Airbender highlight. This one is in White Lotus. It is the highlight that I'm wearing on my cheek. Every time I put this on, I gasp. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. It is the most unique, beautiful, colorful highlight, iridescent highlight that isn't chunky or sparkly, but it has a beautiful, colorful kind of iridescence chrome look to it, not looking stripy on the cheeks, but still having somewhat of a base to it. It's not just like a clear base with some sparkle. You can see that color as you tilt your head. Very smooth on the skin. Really gorgeous. I will be honest with you, I've never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I'm not attached to the IP, but that just proves to you how good the actual product is inside, that it speaks for itself. The next product in the top category is something that I didn't necessarily expect to be here, but I was reaching for these so much, and I just love how they perform, and it is the ColourPop Lip and Cheek Balms. I got all of them sent to me in PR, which I'm so thankful for, but this color in particular, Larchmont Village, is my favorite. It is like a rosy brown. Oh my gosh, when I want more of like a subtle cheek look, it is gorgeous. Now, these are marketed, actually I'm gonna look it up to see exactly how they're described. So it's described as a hydrating multi-use lip and cheek balm that melts into skin for a wash of buildable dewy color. I would say that it gives a dewy look to the cheeks, which is not always my favorite, but I don't feel like it's sticky or greasy. The thing that I love about this is the pigmentation level and the blendability. These are incredibly blendable. Like, incredibly blendable. And that could be a make it or break it situation for me with liquid or cream blushes. Sometimes they're really hard to blend out. They dry down too fast. They're hard to work with. These just like seamlessly blend very effortlessly. And the pigmentation in this is a little more on the buildable side. It's not overly pigmented. So again, I am able to control the pigment level that I want. And even me with normal to oily skin, I do feel like this looks really nice on the cheeks. It's not like overly dewy, like I already said, but I will say I don't feel like these last the longest with, with all of those claims. I don't expect it to last a really long time, but I still love how it looks on my cheeks when I apply it for the first, few hours. And I just love how easy it is to work with. I hope they come out in more colors. A lot of the colors they came out with are very, very pink. I would like some more like orangey colors or, warm colors, but this one, Larchmont Village, is really pretty. So these last two products in the top category are my two favorite products I've tried recently. I'm obsessed with them. I don't say that lightly, okay? I'm so glad that they came into my life because they're changing it for the better, all right? And they could be ranked number 1, number 2 simultaneously. They could switch back and forth. They're both great. So let's start off with this. So this is the Ardell Brow Glue Instant Lamination Lift. I did get this in PR from the brand, and I have quite full brows naturally, which I am so thankful for. Honestly, I'm not complaining. I'm very thankful. But I want a brow gel that is like glue. I want it to set my brows, and I don't want my brows to move, because if I don't have a brow gel like that, my brows will fall, they'll move around because I have a lot of brow hair. I don't care if it is like hairspray, and that is kind of what this is, but this is the strongest holding brow gel I've ever used in my life. I'm convinced that it is their lash glue in a different component with a different wand. That's what it feels like to me, is putting lash glue through my eyebrows. And I know for some of you, you're probably like, that sounds awful. That is not what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. When I put this in my brows, they are not moving. When I go to wash my face at the end of the day, I can actually still feel the brow gel in my brows, and I actually have to wash it out of my brows. I don't know that I've experienced that with many other brow gels. And even looking at it on the wand, like it actually looks like they're lash glue. I'd be interested to check out like a comparison of the ingredients, because maybe it is the same thing, but absolutely love this. And it's very affordable. The only other real brow gels that I've tried that have given me really good hold are more high end. And this one, very affordable, very strong hold. I like the wand. It's really small. One side, it's just like a really, really short bristle. The other side, the bristles come out a little further, so it can accommodate a couple different preferences. Phenomenal brow gel, and if you are looking for something like this, highly suggest it. And then my other favorite product that I've tried recently that I cannot get enough of, I'm convinced it's probably one of my favorite lip products I've ever tried. It's just perfect for me and what I like. And this is the Fenty Beauty High Shine Gloss Stick. And this is in Fenty Glow, and this is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I love the packaging. It feels very luxurious, high-end, really good quality. It's really aesthetically pleasing. I like it a lot. And then on the inside, this is just basically a glowy lipstick. They're calling it a gloss stick. I would agree. It's a very glossy look to the lips, but it's definitely like a glossy lipstick. There is pigment to it, but it just looks effortless and like one swipe coverage to give like a more sheer application. You can build it up. I love this color. If you've been here before, you know I love the Gloss Bomb, like the original Gloss Bomb gloss in Fenty Glow, and I just love this color. It's just, for me, perfect, like a warm nude for my skin tone, and I just love the formula. It feels so nice on the lips. It feels lightweight on the lips, and it still has a pigment to it where I can just wear it with a lip liner and put this in the middle. I love it. I love this product. I love it so much. I would say I want to buy in other colors, but I think the color is also what really makes me love it. So I'm so happy with this purchase that I made. It's great. All right, now let's move on to the good but not great category. I have quite a few things in this, so I'm going to move kind of quickly. So starting off with complexion, I'm gonna talk about the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So I like this foundation. This is another one that I've been reaching for quite a bit. I will say it is more like medium coverage. It is definitely glowy, but I think the first couple hours that it's on my skin, it looks beautiful, beautiful. It doesn't apply, on me at least, straight away very, very dewy. It applies more satin, and it does get dewy throughout the day, but I love how this looks on my skin, like on the initial application. This is something that I probably would wear if I was going to be going somewhere in the evening, like I wasn't gonna put my makeup on till the evening to go out for dinner or something, because it does look flawless and beautiful for the first few hours. It definitely feels heavier than like the Sigma skin tint, but this isn't claiming to be a skin tint. It's claiming to be a foundation. So I understand why. I just don't really love to wear more of a heavier foundation throughout the day. And then the next thing I will say, this does break me out a little bit. I do find if I wear this all day, I will have breakouts on my chin, but that is just kind of typical with me. I'm trying to figure out, I must have some kind of allergy or like intolerance for some ingredients, because I do find certain foundations, certain skincare products break me out very, very easily. So it could just be an ingredient, but I will say, I think it's pretty. It just does get very, very dewy throughout the day, and it is a little heavier than I like to wear it on a day-to-day basis, but for like a few hours wear, it's beautiful. And the color, I would prefer something a little more like olive undertone. I have 24 light warm in this, and it works okay. It's just not my favorite undertone, but it still works. Milk Makeup, I've somehow appeared on their PR list, which is great. I'm very happy for it. But they have now sent me a mix of PR packages, some new launches, and then also some older stuff that they have in their line that they've had in their line for a while. And so I've had a chance to try some things out that I've never tried before. So this isn't a new product, but it's new to me. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So it's in translucent light. I will definitely say that it does have a tint to it, a slight tint to it. This is what I'm wearing under my eyes and in my T-zone today. And I like this product. I think it's fine. I think it's good. It is more of a very, 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 very finely milled powder that a lot of brands have. Like Sigma's loose powder is like this, Lunar Beauty's powder is like this. And I just don't typically love a very finely milled powder. I feel like it doesn't do a really good job of really setting down my makeup as much as others that I've used. Like I really like the One Size powder. That is like a very, I don't want to say heavy, but it's not as finely milled, and I really do feel like it sets my makeup down like fully. I do feel like if I use this, my concealer tends to crease a little easier than it would if I used something else. Like the One Size powder, I really like the Maybelline Fit Me. That is my favorite powder because it has a little more substance to it. There's a little more something to it. This is just very finely milled. But I will say, I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. Like a lot of people like these types of powders. It's just not in my preference, but I think it's good if you're looking for something like that. Next up, I want to talk about the Lottie London Super Fake False Lash Effect Mascara. I did get this in PR from the brand, and I'll be honest with you, my lashes are sad. They grow straight down, and something that I personally look for in a mascara is I want it all. I want curl, I want length, and I want volume. Now, it's very rare that I wear mascara alone. I'm almost always gonna wear false lashes just because I feel like it perfects the look, it brings something different to the look, and like I said, I just don't have nice lashes. So all that to say, most mascaras don't do anything for me. They really don't. But I do find if I curl my lashes and I put like 1 or 2 coats of this on my lashes, I actually like how my lashes look. This is definitely more of a lengthening mascara. So it does give me the curl, like it holds my curl nicely. It does give me the length, but it doesn't give any sort of volume. It is a very, very small wand with very, very small plastic bristles. You're able to get in and really define each lash. So if you're looking for a lengthening mascara, this is actually really good. It does something for me, which is saying a lot. The only thing that I would change about it is I wish it gave a little more volume. I do feel like if I build this up too much, it looks a little clumpy. So yeah, but I think it's good. I really like it. I'm probably going to repurchase it because it is so affordable as well. I do feel like it does something for my lashes, and I have worn this alone without lashes on some days, and I actually like how my lashes look. So that's saying something, honestly. Okay, next up, I want to talk about the ColourPop Jelly Much shadows. So they sent these to me with one of their collections quite a while ago. I'm going to be honest with you, it's taken me a while to actually like test these because I just don't reach for singles. Like, I just prefer a palette. It's just where my mind goes to when I want to put on eye makeup is a palette where I've got mattes and shimmers all in one palette. But I will say, I actually think that the formula of these has improved. I have tried this formula before, but I tried it way in the beginning when they first launched. I want to say over 5 years ago, right? I mean, it was a long time ago when they first launched, and I remember the formula being really thick, really heavy on the lid, and actually mine ended up drying out very, very quickly, the first batch that I had. So I will say, I do think that they've improved the formula. I actually really like how these look on the lid. They look like a really pretty metallic shadow. They have that sort of sparkle to them. They're more of a thinner formula, which I appreciate. They don't look thick and heavy on the lid. But I will say, like I said, I don't reach for singles, so that kind of bumps it down. For me personally, it's just not a product I'm really gonna prefer to have. And the look on the lid is pretty, but it looks like a metallic shadow. So to me, it's like, I don't know why I would go out of my way to reach for something like this. I do feel it's kind of gimmicky, like being like, oh, it's jelly. It's like, yeah, I guess, but like once it's on my lid, it looks like a metallic shadow. So I don't really see why I would need something like this in my collection. The only other thing I guess I could see is sometimes taking like a really small brush and using it for like little lines or detail work, kind of like a water activated liner, but you don't need water activation. I mean, I guess I could see why that would be good, but they're really pretty. Like like how they look on the eyes. I just don't see myself really reaching for these that much. So ColourPop sent me, although I did buy this shade in particular called It's a Date. This is the So Juicy Plumping Glossy Lip Oil and their So Juicy Plumping Lip Liners. So they sent me all the lip liners and they did send me a handful of lip oils as well, but this particular one I bought myself. So let's start with the lip oil. I actually love the formula of this. This would be in my top category if it weren't for the packaging. When you go to take out the doe foot part is too big for the opening that you have to be really careful or else it'll like go everywhere. So that's the only flaw to this for me. It's called a plumping glossy lip oil, but it is more of like a minty cooling sensation, which is fine with me. I don't like a burning plump. I don't like it. I don't want it. Get it away from me, okay? This, I actually really like how it looks on my lips. I like how it feels on my lips. It's a little more on the sticky side, which is great because it stays on my lips longer. And I love this color. It's a Date. I love this color. I just don't like the packaging. That's the only thing I would change about it. And then the lip liners, I really like these two colors. Love that. And Westwood. Westwood is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I've lined it and just kind of drew the corners in with that Fenty lip product on top. Love that is quite a bit lighter for me, but it still works. I like these, but they're very creamy, very creamy. So if you're looking for a very creamy lip liner, you could like this. It's almost too creamy though. Like it's hard to control. And I do feel like I'm going to go through this product very quickly because it's so creamy, if that makes sense. They're called, again, So Juicy Plumping Lip Liners because they have that minty feel to them. Like you can actually feel the mintiness when you put it on the lips. So yeah, I like them. I really like the colors, but they're a little too creamy for me, but I've still been reaching for them. And then the last product in this category I want to talk about are the Milk Makeup Odyssey Lip Oil Glosses. They sent these to me in PR. I've been really enjoying these. I've been really enjoying these. They have a couple of different formulas. There are two that are more sheer with sparkle, and then we have two that are more like cream glosses that have quite a bit of pigment. Like these ones are very pigmented. I think they're all stunningly beautiful. I really like the formula. I think they're really nice. I especially have been reaching for the sparkly, more sheer ones, and they're really pretty. They're really, really pretty. The applicator is quite interesting. It is a doe foot, but it's like a pointed doe foot. Like if a doe was wearing like a high heel, that's what it would be. And they smell pleasant. They have a slight sweet scent to them. It's not overwhelming. These are going in this category just because they're not like anything revolutionary to me. They're not like life-changing to me, but I really like them. I've been reaching for them. So if you are looking for like pigmented glosses, I think you would enjoy these. They feel very comfortable on the lips. They feel very nice on the lips. No complaints at all. They're just not like wowing me, changing my life, but they're good glosses. Oh, I have one more thing in this category that I forgot to mention, and that is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Liquid Blush. This is the blush that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So there are things about this I like, and there are things about this I don't like. So I really like the packaging. I really love this color. It's in the shade Pumpkin Poppy. It is a coral color, which to me, I just love. I love a warm blush. And this is a liquid blush that is very, very easy to blend. Very easy to blend. Now, the cons to me are it's too pigmented for my personal preference. But I like that there is pigment for people that are medium, deep, dark skin tone. I do feel like these are gonna work for you, I would assume. I don't know that for sure, but I would assume. But for me personally, they're just a little too pigmented. Other than that, I really like how they're easily blendable because sometimes with overly pigmented cheek products, they're not easy to blend. So, you know, it evens out. But to me, like I did not use a lot on my face today. And it's a little blushier than I would like, but I couldn't really do less because then it would look patchy. You know what I mean? So it might just be the shade as well. Let me know if you've used this product and you have different shades and you have a skin tone that's similar to mine. Do you find that other shades aren't as pigmented or are they just as pigmented? I would really love to know, but yeah, the color is stunning. I would more kind of suggest this towards someone that really wants a pigmented blush. All right, next up, we're in the meh category. I'm gonna keep it moving because I've been filming for a long time. The meh and no categories, I don't have a ton of stuff, which is great. I love that. I love owning makeup that I enjoy, right? So the first one is the Patrick Ta Major Volume Plumping Gloss. I have mine in the shade, obviously. So this is not a new product. He did come out with like a shade extension quite a while ago, and it's taken me a long time to get enough use out of this. I love Patrick Ta in general. Like I think his products are really, really nice. And I really like the packaging. I really love the color on this. It's like a unique kind of rosy brown. And it is a pigmented gloss. Like it shows up pigmented, but it is quite burning. I don't think it's like on a scale of like, you know, 0 to 10, 0 being no burn, 10 being like you're sticking your lips on the stovetop. I think it's somewhere in like the 7, 6 range. It's not too bad, but it's just not a formula that I like. And it's so expensive. I don't know that I'm going to declutter it, but what I'll probably do is I'll put a lipstick on and then put a little bit of this on top so there's a barrier between this and my lips. So if you're looking for like a burning gloss, this is a really pretty gloss. But it was just kind of my fault for buying it and not investigating. It probably says that it is, and it's just more user error. The next product I want to talk about is the Bella Beaute Bar Dewy Lip Oil or Lip Dewy Oil, Plumping Lip Tint. I don't know how much I love this formula. It feels like something that I can't put my finger on. It almost feels like a gel, like you're putting a gel on your lips, almost like the texture of like hand sanitizer. I know that sounds weird. I mean, it doesn't dry down like a hand sanitizer, but it's like that gel type of formula, which just isn't my preference in a lip oil. The packaging's cute. It is the mint flavor, so it smells minty, but something about the texture I don't really love. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. All right, next product I want to talk about is the Patrick Ta Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Highlighter Duo, longest name ever. So this is his new highlighter duos that he came out with. I have mine in the shade Sugar. I really, really like the powder highlighter. I really, really don't like the cream highlighter. This is like Vaseline. It's Vaseline, straight up Vaseline with some semblance of sparkle in there. I used it like twice and I said never again. It's sticky, it's goopy. No. I remember when I was in college, like before I was really wearing makeup that much or like couldn't afford makeup anyway, I used to literally put Vaseline on my cheekbones as a highlighter That's exactly what this feels like, and I'm not trying to go back to that time, okay? This powder highlighter I think is really pretty. I know I've heard a lot of people say that it's subtle. On me, I don't feel like it's subtle. Maybe I'm using like more of a dense brush, but I think it's really pretty. It's definitely very sheeny. I actually think it's very metallic looking. But sometimes I want that. When I want a very blingy highlighter, I actually think it's really, really pretty. I like the color. It's like a champagne, but it has a little pink to it. I think it's really, really pretty, personally. So yeah, I just don't like the cream part, and to pay the price tag for just the powder, I don't necessarily recommend it, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So the last thing in this category that I want to talk about are the Makeup Revolution Bright Light Bronzing and Glow Drops. So quite a lot of these have been floating around the space for a while. These are the only ones I've tried. I have been sent other ones, but I've just not tried them. I'll be honest with you, like I'm just not sure what purpose these serve. So first of all, let's start with the Glow Drops. I tried to use this as a liquid highlighter. It's not sheeny enough for that. Like there's really no glow to this. It is more of like a dewy product, but it dries down. So like on my face, I don't really see it. Like I put it there and I don't see it. I've tried to use this on my body, and there's not enough like dew, there's not enough sheen, there's not enough shine, sparkle for it to really show up. So I'm kind of confused about this product. I don't quite understand what it's for. Like there's not enough sheen or dew to make something shiny. It's too subtle, and it kind of just blends in and like doesn't do anything for me. That's kind of where I'm at. Maybe I should have put this in the no category because like I'm not sure. And then the bronzing drops. This is in Scorched Light Medium. This I've tried to use in several ways. I've tried to use it as an actual liquid bronzer. I feel like it looks okay like that. Not like my favorite look, but I can see how it can be used for that. It's just not something I personally want to use. This definitely has a pearl to it. So I have actually tried to mix this into a foundation that was slightly too light for me, and I did not like how it looked. Because of that pearl, it emphasized all the pores in my like middle of my face. I did not like how it looked mixed in with foundation. And then like as a body product, I just wouldn't use it for that. I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't think they're bad products necessarily. They're not for me, and I kind of just don't see the purpose in them, if that makes sense. Okay, I have 3 products to talk about in this last no category, which is quite a lot. For me. Usually I only have like one thing or sometimes no things. So I hate to say this, but this just didn't work out for me. The Dewy Signature eyeshadow primers, they sent me a whole bunch of them. These crease on me so badly, so badly. I actually tried to use this black one as a base for a shadow to put over it because I wanted like a black lid for a shimmer to show up on it, and I could not get an even application. It was just really patchy and immediately creased on me, and it dried down, so it was hard to pat out the creases. These just don't work for me personally. They just crease on me too easily. So that's where I'm at with that. This is an unpopular opinion because these have been all over the internet and people really enjoy this, but again, I've tried to use it so many ways and it just doesn't work for me. And I feel bad saying it, but I mean, I have to be honest. The Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. I don't understand this product at all. I'm really sorry. I don't see myself using this on my lips. It's too big, and I don't know. For my lips, I don't know. On the cheeks, this does not work for me at all. I can't use it when I'm wearing foundation because it just like messes with my foundation. If I use this on my bare skin, I mean, I've literally tried to draw this on my face and it just does not really show up on me. And when it does show up, it's very patchy. It's hard to blend out because it is more of like a stain. It's not like a cream or a liquid where you can like physically blend it out. I just have a really hard time getting this to look nice on my face. And on my lips, it's too big of an applicator. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. Again, I think it's a little more of a gimmicky product, if I'm gonna be honest with you, and I just don't want to reach for it. I've tried many times, but there's so many other products I'd rather reach for. The last product I'm gonna talk about is a product that honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is not a good product. There's no point in this product. I don't understand. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. If you've used it, please let me know if it's worked for you. This is the Pacifica Dreamlit Glow Under Eye Brightener. This is not brightening anything. This is not brightening anything. So it is on a doe foot. Here it is, okay? It comes off on the hand. Let me blend it for you. Where'd it go? Where did it go? It's a clear concealer. Like, I've tried it on bare skin. I've tried it on top of concealer over a like color corrector. It's just a clear liquid. Yeah. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is. Please let me know if you've tried it and it works for you. I would really love to know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I definitely don't recommend it. All right, and that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on any of the products I talked about today. I would love to know your thoughts. Like I said, whether you agree or disagree with me, let me know your thoughts because I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.